Get up, get up, get up, get up, go, go.
Hello everybody, vinyl community, Jason Basin back in the house. And did you see my previous video with Black Sabbath and Iron Butterfly? React underneath that video. What do you think of it? Did Black Sabbath get the mustard from Iron Butterfly? This is a new video concerning these records, Rubber Soul of the Beatles and also the Velvet Underground. So this is Rubber Soul comparison and link with the Velvet Underground. I examined it, I have some views, some images. Let's dive into. Yeah people, and Jim Morrison would say the rain is falling gently on the town, but here it's rather hard here in Belgium. The good old weather of Belgium, that's rain. So we're gonna do a little examination. This is the Rubber Soul of the Beatles that I could buy, that I found in Aimé. Check out my video to Aimé, really wonderful environment there. And also I show you all the records there in that video, so check it out. This was that Rubber Soul. It's a repress from 1969. I paid this 20 euros. I searched for this album and I said 20 euros, okay, immediately alright, because I know mostly you see the prices for this album rise to 60 and even more euros. So 20 euros was a very good price, so I bought it. This is Odeon C062 04 119, a German press from 1969. And we're gonna listen to it, a fragment. Very good sound quality, everything is very clear with this Rubber Soul album. Now I'm gonna take the other album that I have, and then I have here my recent buy. See my video or new vinyl trip to the Vinyl Kitchen this year in June 2025. There I found in their promo sales, unbelievable, for €3.33, so a lot less than the 20 euros that I paid in Aimé. I found there an original copy of Rubber Soul, an original Parlophone PSS 3075, the Parlophone label, a first press. It was pressed on the 25th of November 1965. So I did a very good deal. At first thought, afterwards I said I will sell one record, but I said no, I'm gonna keep them both and I will do a test and also a new video with that. So we're gonna play the same song here, the same fragment, and we're gonna listen how that sounds.
I used to think of no one else.
So I listened before already a bit, and the music, it's good, but it's not as good balanced than the record from 1969. So the record of 1969, the German press, has been recorded and they have worked the sound better than this original sound from 1965. You could hear it or not, but we listened both times to the track What Goes On. And I said to myself, what goes on? is that not a track from the Velvet Underground? But I said to myself, is that another track? And I thought on it, and I listened to it, to the Velvet Underground, to their track, and I saw it was not a cover from the Beatles. I saw also that Lou Reed was singing other lyrics, but we're gonna do a comparison also about the singing of the Beatles on that track, and then the singing of the Velvet Underground on that track. Now listen very carefully how he sings.
What goes on in your heart? What goes on in your mind?
And now listen carefully how Lou Reed sings What Goes On.
What goes on in your mind? What goes on in your
So,
mind?
when you listen to the Beatles, how they sing it, what goes on, what goes on, Lou Reed, he sings it the same way. What goes on? He raises his voice just like the Beatles. Also the rhythm, it's a good rhythm, and I think Lou Reed was influenced by this track when he wrote, he took this track as a basis for his What Goes On. What do you think about that? Let me know here underneath this video. The Velvet Underground, What Goes On, and the Beatles,
So
What Goes
people,
On.
we listened to Rubber Soul 1969, to Rubber Soul 1965, the original press, and we listened to the Velvet Underground, their third album. What do you think about all that? I think albums who get remixed some years later, they are remixed with better material, better infrastructure in the studios of the studio, and I think also a better technician or someone who has already the original sound in mind and knows what can we change, make better. So normally a remixed album, a remastered album is much better than an original one. Do you agree on that? Maybe, and certainly there exist remastered versions who sound more ugly than the original ones. Here I think on Led Zeppelin 2, that record was remixed, but the sound was lower than on the really original version. Do you know other albums where the sound was more bad than the original mixing? So let me know underneath if you know records who are more bad afterwards, after the remix, after the remastering. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are not yet subscribed, subscribe to my channel. A lot of videos here on my channel, not only from my music records, also from my music making, live jams. I have my Ferrari collection, I have a collection of Star Wars, I have a collection of Second World War aeroplanes. How can you make an oscillator for a synthesizer? You find it all here on my channel. So explore and learn more. Thank you for watching, and you see and hear me in the next video. And don't forget, with vinyl the sun always shines. Till the next video.